Welcome back to the Old Iron Lever channel. My name is Bob, and this is the bending brake project. In this segment, we're going to look at building the turnbuckles, which span the distance from here at the top of the clamp lever to the hinge, the front hinge, and it adjusts the lever and the fingers and all, the clamp bar that hold the fingers and all that. Well, this part of the project I've just decided doesn't need any kind of machinery. Just a good old-fashioned die with a die stock, some tape measures, maybe a hacksaw, stuff like that. So what we're going to make is the picture here. We're making the threaded parts here for the turnbuckle to be a left thread and a right threaded rod. There'll be two of them because there's two turnbuckles. And then there'll be this hexagonal collar with 3/4 inch bore on either end, one of them left and one of them right threaded. And these we've already made the eyes to the turnbuckle. And we'll also make, in addition to this collar, we'll make a couple of left threaded nuts. In fact, we may make some right threaded nuts just to keep them a little on the thin side. So, starting out, marked off how much I need to thread, which is just a pinch over an inch. Okay, there's the first right-handed one. This time we got left-hand tap. Left-hand die, not left tap. Okay, this is the threading length. This is the cutoff length. We're back again. We're ready. We've built these four things. Got them kind of cleaned up and all look pretty straight. I had to put them on a flat plate with a little shim under them, heat them up to square a few of them up, but everything looks pretty good now. Now we're going to build the coupling nut that's going to go between them to draw them together. We're getting ready to make the little turnbuckle here. We've got this part already done now. We've got to make this little coupling nut that's got a left-hand and a right-hand thread on it that pulls the two ends of the turnbuckle together. It's a 1/2 inch hex, and we're going to drill it with an F drill 3/4 of an inch deep on each side. We're going to leave a little bit in the middle there, about 1/8 of an inch, to keep the threads and the ends of the turnbuckle from running into each other. So I've already got a piece of hex chucked up, cut off the length, and the center drill already done. So now we're just down to lining this thing up and drilling 3/4 deep and tapping it. This is stainless. It's the only piece of 1/2 inch hex I had. Just not the end of the world, but it is a little tougher than 12L14 or something. Okay, there's a 1/2 inch. Push my luck too far here. There's 3/4. This is the left threaded end here. Okay, it feels like I'm bottomed out here. There's tap magic. This is a gun tap, but I'm going to clean it out and tap to the bottom anyway. How deep I am, I'm going to get a marker real quick and we're at just about 3/8 of an inch, so we got quite a ways to go yet. Put a little mark on the tap so I can see about where I'm at. Okay, we should be at about 3/4 there. Now I'll run the bottoming tap down in and clean it out. That'll do it. Well, there we go. That ought to work. Okay, we've got some miscellaneous things to build right now. On the turnbuckles, I've got the coupling nut on them, but I need to make lock nuts, so I need to make 2 rights and 2 lefts. And I'm going to cut them out of the same thing as I had before. I've got the taps for it, so I'll just make my nuts. That way they'll match the size that the coupling nuts are, and they'll have the same appearance and everything. You know me, I'm all about what it looks like. Face it off. Okay, now we'll get the Get this back out of the way. And we're going to spot ourselves a center hole. And as I've said before many times, this tailstock's a little loose, and I've got a way to fix this down the road or get around it. I'm going to look at Edge Technology's drill chuck that mounts on the tool post. But in the meantime, the way to make that work is just to very gently touch it. Let it start peeling just a little bit of the... have to help it just a little here. There we go. Now we can just go ahead and... Now this is stainless. It's 304 stainless annealed according to my notes that are written on the side of it in felt tip marker. That ought to be good enough to get it started. And that size 5/16 coarse thread takes an F drill. So that's where we're going next with this. And I don't know, I'm going to make these things about yay long, whatever yay is. I'm thinking now, let's get this going here. See what looks good. I think I will go with 3/16, 1875. Okay, but first I'm going to drill a hole through it. So 3/16, if I'm going to make 4 of these, probably punch the hole deep enough to do 5 or more. So we're going to go with, first get it set on a 1/2 inch. Just kind of my starting point for all these. That's, if I go to 0, it pops the chuck out. So that's going to be 3/4 of an inch, so I'll go, I'll go 7/8 or an inch. I go an inch and an eighth or so. That ought to be enough hole to get us by. Okay, now I'm just going to slice off 3/16 pieces here. And then I'll chuck the pieces back up and tap them. That way I don't have to worry about how far in I ran the left-handed tap before I started going to the right-handed ones and whatnot. So anyway, I'll get my parting tool here. Oh, that's noisy. Okay, so we're going to do 3/16, which I have set up on the depth gauge here. Okay, about like that. Now I'm not going to go all the way in on it to start with. Go about like that, whatever that is. Get the little file. Let's dress off some corners. See if that looks like enough of a chamfer on the top edges of them. I could use a little more on the outside. That looks pretty good. Well, that's not good. I bumped it. Get back in the groove here. There we go. Tighten that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to deburr these and okay, I got the first one in there. I put the burr side to the outside and I'll just come in and hit it with a chamfering tool. Okay, put Alt Magic on it. Okay, there's a right-handed nut. If I were smarter, which obviously not, I would leave the tap in there. A couple of threads, so that when I open it up, I can pull the tap out, or the nut out. So other than a little deburring, here we have it. Okay, those are the two right-handed ones. Get the left-handed tap. Just so you know, I decided to buy, I knew I was going to do this project and I was going to need some left-handed taps. So I finally just got an assortment. I go from a number, I got a 1022, a 1024, a 5/4 20, 5/16 18, 3/8 16, and 1/2 13 in dies and taps. All left-handed, so I can anything from a number 10 to a 1/2 inch of the, you know, the common sizes of coarse thread, and the 1032. I've got it. Now, do I have fine thread? No, but worry about that when I get to it, I guess. But I don't think it was crazy expensive. It was like maybe 80 or 90 bucks for the bunch of them. Thanks for visiting the Old Iron Lever channel and the series on the building of the bending brake. There are a number of episodes in this series, so please check back regularly. I'll try to post them about twice a week until they're all up, assuming I can keep up with the editing. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to make a comment that you think I'd like to hear, well, please add that. And if you haven't subscribed, that's always welcome too. Please subscribe. Until the next episode, happy trails.